But this all really boils down to how J.J. McCarthy progresses or how he performs this year, as it's technically his rookie season because we all knew he was hurt last year. So this is what it's really going to boil down to. He has sufficient weapons.
Let's go to the Minnesota Vikings. Right.
Minnesota
Vikings.
They had a really good free agency.
They did.
They really going for it. Which is funny because they got a rookie QB.
Yeah, that's the thing. It's like you can go for it, but should have had a rookie QB. So, Minnesota Vikings. We already know Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. He's going to be suspended for some games. And then we have Christian Darrisaw. He's coming back from a major injury. Donovan Jackson. Ryan Kelly that they got from Indianapolis. Will Fry that they also got from Indianapolis. Brian O'Neill. TJ Hawkinson, he's going to be back for a full year. He's going to be healthy. JJ McCarthy, as we all know, Aaron
Sleeper
Jones.
Fantasy.
And Jordan Mason, who's also, he was
serviceable.
I've seen some of the stats. I've seen some of the advanced stats. He's pretty good. He was pretty good for the San Francisco 49ers. And it seems like they're not necessarily going to split carries like 50-50, but they're going to use him a lot. And I believe they're going to use him a lot in short yardage situations, especially in the goal line. So expect that. And then you also have on the defensive side, they added Jonathan Allen. We'll see if Jonathan Allen still has something in the tank. I don't know. He wasn't all that good last year. Harrison Phillips, Javon Hargrave, Jonathan Greenard. And then you have Andrew Van Ginkel, who was really good for them last year. You have Isaiah Rodgers. You have Harrison Smith, who's up there in age, but he's still a pretty decent safety. They brought in Jeff Okudah. Okay.
Yeah, that's something.
The cornerbacks, Byron Murphy. I like Byron Murphy, but Mekhi Blackman, Jeremiah Vaughn, okay. That's the defense.
Isaiah Rodgers.
Yeah, Isaiah Rodgers. Okay.
That would be that secondary is a little. It's something.
Oh yeah, and by the way, their first round pick from Alabama. I forget his name.
Is it Donovan Jackson?
From
That's the only first round pick I see.
2023, I think it was.
Oh, 23.
Yeah, he's a pass rusher, remember?
Oh yeah, Dallas Turner.
Where is Dallas Turner on this? Am I missing something?
Yeah, where is Dallas Turner?
Yo.
I
see him. He's behind Van Ginkel. He's behind Van Ginkel. Damn, that's not good. That's not good.
Well, he's a pass rusher, so that's interesting.
Well, we'll see. But yes, that is the Minnesota Vikings 2025 depth chart. Any thoughts? How do you feel about this Vikings team?
I still think this Vikings team is good enough to where if J.J. McCarthy is even just decent, they can win 9-10 games because the roster is very talented. I do want to see how the new additions will mesh with the team. I do think Ryan Kelly is a good center as well as Will Freeze. But Jonathan Allen, while he had pretty much a down year last year with the Commanders, even though they went to the championship game, I still think he has a lot. He has some juice to give. What I was hearing with the reason why John Allen had a down year with the Commanders is because him and Daron Payne didn't really mesh well as far as leadership goes. Like they was butting heads a lot, so they couldn't really establish a kind of like, I guess, culture on the D line or whatever, something like that. So that's why they chose to keep Daron Payne over John Allen. So I think this time around, they got him at D end on here. That's interesting.
Yeah,
that's interesting. I'm interested to see how that works. But yeah, I think they had a good free agency class. They went out, got some depth guys, got some starters. They're gearing up because they have money to spend and they're gearing up. Unfortunately, Jordan Addison got suspended, but Jalen Naylor showed quite a bit last year to where he could step in for a couple games and you won't want to jump out the window. But this all really boils down to how J.J. McCarthy progresses or how he performs this year, as it's technically his rookie season because we all knew he was hurt last year. So this is what it's really going to boil down to. He has sufficient weapons. TJ Hawkinson is a very good tight end, short yardage. He'll get you what you need. Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, still the best receiver in the NFL. I know he's dealing with hamstring, I believe, which is, if you know about hamstrings, they just linger, which is unfortunate because he dealt with that. I believe that was 2023. He dealt with the hamstring. So I still think they'll be good. You got Aaron Jones, who he's up there, but he still had a pretty solid year last year. You picked up Jordan Mason, which is a good pick. So, they got enough. They got enough to make something shake. It's just up to JJ McCarthy and how the coaching staff develops him.
Right. I think,
fortunately, his vet is Sam Howell.
Yeah,
so that doesn't spark much confidence, but
yeah, we'll see. I've heard mixed reviews about JJ McCarthy. Again, he's a rookie, so you're gonna get one day he looks good, one day he looks bad. I think with JJ McCarthy, I don't expect him to have a Jaden Daniels type of season where he just not off the rip, but for the most part, for the entire season, majority of the season, he looked great. I don't think he's going to look that way. I think he'll be more of a, one of those rookies that he'll be okay. I expect him to not turn the ball over too much. I just wonder, JJ McCarthy, how well does he need to play in order for this team to get back to where they were last year? Because Sam Darnold was phenomenal for this team last year. He was slinging the football. He wasn't afraid to make mistakes. He was getting the ball to the receivers. He was getting the ball to playmakers. The offense was one of the best in football. I remember the start of the year, people were saying, damn, are the Vikings the best team in football? And then towards the end of the season, even though they didn't win the division, they won like 13, 14 games in one of the toughest, matter of fact, the toughest division in football. So I'm curious to see, can JJ McCarthy replicate that, or is he going to be worse than what Sam Darnold did the previous season? And if he is worse than Sam Darnold, is that going to be enough to get them back to where they were last year? That's my biggest question.
JJ McCarthy needs to be better than Sam Darnold in big games, because every time a big game was on the schedule, outside of maybe like
the Packers,
the Texans or something like that, Packers, Sam Darnold kind of was a mouse. He was a mouse in those moments. If JJ McCarthy, who has played in big games in his career at Michigan, won a national championship for crying out loud, but if he can step up in those big games, especially within the division, I think it'll be a good result for them.
One of the things that I've heard about JJ McCarthy is he's trying to improve on like certain type of throws. He's like a fast ball type of thrower where he's just throwing the ball like very fast with a lot of
gas.
Yeah, pretty much.
So not much touch. Yeah.
He's that's what he's working on right now. Like, he's still trying to get better in like certain type of throws. So I'm curious to see how that's going to work when we get to the regular season, if he's going to have trouble or not. But again, I've heard mixed things about JJ McCarthy. It's like one practice he looks good, the next practice he looks horrible. So is that going to come around in the regular season where we're just going to have games where we're like, damn, is JJ McCarthy a starting caliber QB? Is JJ McCarthy, was he worth the first round pick? I don't know, but we'll just have to see. Let's move on to the last team. Let's move on to the Chicago